The team logo might be looking a little bit wonky, but we got there. But it'll be good for game number 2. But here we go. We're jumping into that final series, into the grand finals here, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our best of 5 grand finals. Also on top of that, if you want to support this tournament, you can do so a couple different ways. Patreon in the chat, and you will get a link to our Patreon page here. Again, our Patreon does fund our tournaments, our monthlies like Duckling Open and Masters 1 Open, and it also funds our weeklies like Sparkling Tuna Cup. So this event is completely funded by the people, for the people. So thank you so much, all the patrons we do have out there, as 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards the players. We don't take any of it. It all goes towards the prize pool of these tournaments. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for supporting StarCraft and supporting the players as well, and supporting the scene. Thank you. Thank you. If you wish, you can also support this event via Matcherino, Matcherino in the chat. Matcherino is where all the payouts do occur for the tournament. So if you want to help support and fund this tournament specifically, you can do so via Matcherino as well. So you do have those 2 avenues here to support our events. Otherwise, we're jumping into the finals. Let's go. Otherwise, we are jumping on in. We do have additional openers. Economic opener out of ByuN. We have a more aggressive opener out of Nicoract. So double gas opener from our red Terran player. We have a Rax expand out of ByuN. So ByuN is being more economic. ByuN is going to be the defender. Nicoract will be the aggressor. Let's go. ByuN versus the ByuN Slayer. Yes, the ByuN Slayer, papi. Let's go. Let's go. For those that are curious, Nicoract, there is a history between Nicoract and ByuN, where Nicoract, he was at times the one and only reliable person to defeat ByuN in OSC King of the Hill. This is true. I would say this is, I want to say this was back in like 2022, 2023 era of StarCraft. So, again, quite some time ago at this point, but yes, that was the case. Now he's here, now he's back. Nowadays, I would say that Nicoract's strongest matchup is TvP. I would say that is currently his strongest matchup. For a time, I would have claimed Nicoract to be a TvT sniper, but Terran vs. Protoss seems to be Nicoract's kind of wheelhouse. That seems to be his bread and butter. In recent times, Nicoract has defeated Max and Hero to show how strong and terrifying his Terran vs. Protoss can be, of course. Nicoract, he's a beast against Protoss. He's not too bad against Terran either, but we'll see how he compares to ByuN in current modern StarCraft. Let's go. As Nicoract, he does look to poke out. Behind this, we do see again, ByuN is a defender. He sets up his bunker, setting up defensively back at home. We do see that Nicoract, he does have map control so far. He does rally across the map with additional waves of Reaper Hellion. And he could try to race past the bunker into the mineral line, but it's not going to be easy here. As yeah, he's going past. Oh, and he's gonna commit past. Takes out one of the Hellions, trades 1 for 1. Goes to the mineral line, but he will not get them. Yeah, as the Reapers are so insanely low here. Yeah, Reapers are focused down, and the aggression is failing here for Nicoract. As the trades do conclude, takes down 1 final Marine, does get the hell out of here. In the end, Nicoract, he trades out 2 Reapers and 2 Hellions for 1 Reaper, 1 Hellion, and 3 Marines. Again, ideally that dive wanted to get worker damage, and it didn't. The workers did survive. Cyclone shuts down the Reaper, and ByuN holds. ByuN, he does hold, he does defend. Behind this, Nicoract getting to his own tank Raven production. Do have Interference Matrix being researched into a standard follow-up. So a standard setup here from Nicoract. ByuN likewise doing the same. Does do the same here. So now players are setting up. ByuN rushing to a faster 3rd CC, so faster economy here. faster economy. Starport also on the way. Oh, two port 2 base all in. It's been a while. Let's go. Okay, so Nicoract, he's going to be hitting. So the purpose of this build here is to go into mass Viking production, is to rush and to claim air control, and then to commit. With said air control, you can go into a Liberator to further that, to take advantage of that air control and take advantage of the ground as well. By dominating the skies, you can dominate the ground with those Liberators. So there should be a 2 base all in. Scan does not see everything, does see the 111, does spot the Vikings, but does not see the natural. So ByuN, he still only sees a piece of the puzzle here. Remember, ByuN did go for a faster third TC. ByuN being a little bit more greedy. And we'll see if he gets punished. As he is gearing up. Is setting up. Likewise, Nicoract, he does move out. And it all comes down to this. Again, as you mentioned, 2 port, 2 base all in. The combination of this leads into that one Liberator with that air control. Nicoract, he will soon pull the trigger. He will soon send it across the map. He is going for a delayed third TC, so he is going to be expanding behind this. But again, this is very committed from Nicoract, and we'll see what he can get done. As he go with the arrival of Liberator, he moves out with everything. Now, checking the army tab here, he is up in Vikings. He is even on tanks, even on Ravens, and even on Marines. But he's down heavily in SCVs. But now, catching up the Cyclone. Does try to bait him out. Ooh. There we go. Shuts down the Cyclone, moving in. So far, ByuN has the high ground. His tanks are in position. ByuN has him. As the Liberator does try to bully back, forcing the unsiege. ByuN does shoot first. Nice disable. We'll take down the tank. The Liberator moves in. So far, Nicoract protecting well. Again, Nicoract gaining more ground. Has to move forward. Moving in, trading with the army. Oh. Pushing forward. The disable's from behind. Oh, he's crazy. The boys are being pulled, and ByuN, he will break out. Only one tank left over, and the tank is gonna fall. ByuN, he will completely shut this down. The flanking disables. He was crazy. And he will break through. He will break through. There's what? 2 tanks remaining. Vikings, they can just land. They will clean up every single tank. Even catching me off guard. Now, it does cost ByuN 14 SCVs. Does cost him a lot of workers there. That was everything that Nicoract had. Just now expanding. Just now breaks out. ByuN, he counterattacks. ByuN has a massive army supply lead. Again, ByuN, he has 5 tanks to the one of his opponent. Still has his 2 Ravens. 1 disable is all that ByuN needs, and even then, he doesn't need to. There's that disable. Stims up the ramp. GG gets called, and ByuN takes game number 1. Whew, GG. ByuN does take a lead in the series. Again, a very impressive breakout there from ByuN, coming in from behind with those Ravens, going for the mass disable on those tanks as well. The purpose of all those Vikings was to zone the Ravens away, but alas, Nicoract, he was caught with his pants down. He was out of position. He missed the Raven rotation. GG. GG, well played. With that, ByuN does take the first game, but now we are getting ready for game número 2. Let's go. This game 2 is going to be on Amygdala. It's going to be on Amygdala here. And we'll see if Nicoract can bring it back. We'll see if ByuN will clean things up. I mean, still best of 5, of course. And we are going to be loading into a much larger map. So when it comes to these aggressive builds, again, it was like borderline 2-base all-in from Nicoract. We would not expect to see that here on Amygdala. Amygdala is a much larger map. It is also more easier to scout move outs and to confirm all-ins, just because the attack paths are very limited on this map. So we'll expect to see something different instead. As here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have our red Terran player. We have a red Terran down in the series, but it's a best of 5. Might be plenty of games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. Representing the Platinum Heroes, we'll see if we can bring it back and make a series out of this. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player, himself, representing Shopify Rebellion, leading the series 1-0. Going for the proxy 2 racks. It is ByuN. Let's go. Of course, it's ByuN we're casting. Of course it's going to be a proxy 2 racks. Of course, Pappy, of course. Now, Nicoract, what do we open with? The initial racks are being thrown down for ByuN outside of the main. ByuN, he's hoping that Nicoract goes for an economic build. Remember what we mentioned, though, about this map. It is a larger map. It is a macro map. Because of that, there's a higher chance for Nicoract to open up economically. And I'm concerned that that's what's happening. Yeah, the SCV moves down to low ground. Nicoract, he is actually moving out for a scout. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Does move out for a scout. SCV scouts are a rare sight in this matchup. But Nicoract, he is going to be skipping that second gas. He's going for a faster CC. So this is lining up for ByuN. This is ideal for... Now, this is not a build or a win, but this is better for the proxying player. The reason for this is because the factory is delayed for Nicoract. If we went double gas, it'd be a faster factory. Here, instead, it's going to be a delayed factory and a faster CC, and the CC will not help in the defense. Nicoract, he will poke up the ramp. He will confirm the Rax is missing. He knows. Now he knows. Now he should be aware. The Raxes are nowhere to be found. The Reapers are on the way, and Nicoract has to be ready to pre-pull the boys. Now, the game will end if Nicoract loses the Reaper. He cannot afford to lose this Reaper. As Reaper pokes out, ByuN shoots first. ByuN, he does shoot first, and the Reaper it's gonna go down. There's no escaping this. Oh no, the Reaper, GG gets caught. You can't lose the first Reaper, and ByuN will take a lead in the series 2-0. A brutal moment there. Again, there's so little room for error. There's so little room for error when you're in that kind of position, when you're in that kind of game state. Losing that first Reaper is game. That's game then there. You cannot afford to lose it. Unfortunately, it looked like he was looking... the reason why he moved out with the Reaper was I think he was looking for the proxy. He was looking for ByuN, and he got caught. He got caught out, and with that, Nicoract, he was overwhelmed. And now we're getting into game number 3. Jumping into game 3 here. Whew. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping for a longer series here, but the pressure is on. Is it Nicoract's turn to proxy? Maybe. As we are getting into our next game, we're getting into game number 3 here, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes down heavily in the series. We'll see if we can bring it back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. I want to believe so. Here we go. It is Nicoract. Oh, it's his turn. Let's go. It's his turn. As he does send his SCVs across the map, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, getting proxied, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. The 2-Rax Reaper is upon us. The turns have tabled. It is time for ByuN to be the defender. Let's go. Now, first things first, 2-Rax Reaper. So it is going to be the same build that ByuN just did on the previous map. Now, the hope for Nicoract is that ByuN is going to be greedy here. The hope is that ByuN is going to go for a delayed second gas geyser and going for a faster CC. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. So we have almost the exact mirrored setup here. So Nicoract, proxy 2-Rax, ByuN, Rax, expand, delayed factory. So, and also going for the SCV scout. So just like the last game, ByuN cannot afford to lose the first Reaper. If the first Reaper dies, that's game. Just like we saw previously, Nicoract has to tap out as he lost the first Reaper. Likewise, ByuN, he cannot afford to lose the first Reaper either. Likewise, he does go for the SCV scouts, and upon seeing this, ByuN should recognize that there's a proxy going on, that there's some cheese, and he should be careful and more defensive and safer with said Reaper. He shouldn't move out with it. SCV does confirm. Both gases, no racks. ByuN, you can see the rally, playing it safe. There we go. Yep, safety. Bunker's already... He reads this well. He reads this well. He does cancel the CC. He doesn't commit. It didn't even start it. Bunkers are on the way. And it's a Proxy 3. Oh, it's even more committed. Proxy 3 Axe Reaper here. Bunkers are in production. ByuN shoots first. Oh, yeah, ByuN does shoot first there. Ay, ay, ay. Factory's on the way. And bunkers, they will finish. Again, a very strong reaction out of ByuN. Yeah, bunkers are done. They protect the ramp. They protect the cliff face. Nicoract, he rotates. So does ByuN. Second bunker is complete. And this is looking dire here for Nicoract. ByuN, he starts his CC on the high ground. Does start the command center. Now, Nicoract, he can try to rush past this. Like, with enough Reapers, he could try to just rush past the bunkers and get into the mineral line. It is possible. He could try to commit. As he will have an abundance of Reapers. Yep, there we go. Does go off the ramp. He does commit past. He does race on past. Doesn't lose a Reaper. He gets 5 Reapers behind the mineral line. Boys are being pulled to lock this down. Yeah, gets 1. Takes down 1 Reaper. Meanwhile, 1 Marine gets into the bunker. Hellion has arrived and he's going to lock this down. He's going to clean this up completely here. He gets a full surround. GG gets called. And ByuN will take the series 3-0, becoming this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. GG. GG. Well played. Congratulations. Congratulations here to ByuN to claim the series here. A very intense series, very intense back and forth. I mean, again, especially game 1, game 2, and game 3, very, very fast games. It's game 2 and game 3, very chaotic, very intense. But GG, well played. I just messaged ByuN. ByuN said, I was lucky, Papi. I was lucky. GG, well played. ByuN, he will claim the series. Again, he had a very, I would say, rocky road coming into the tournament and coming into the finals. If you missed out on some of the previous matches, I do recommend the VODs. Catching up on the broadcast here, ByuN, he did start his road off, taking down SW Pro, taking down Rebellion. I do want to give some credit here, and I do want to emphasize the semifinals as well. Even though it was a 2-0 in favor of ByuN, again, Geralt, he played very well. He played very well, especially the game on El Dorado. Like, El Dorado, we got into the late game. I mean, the players were mining out. They were mining out. It was very close, very intense. In the end, Geralt, he was overwhelmed, of course, and ByuN did overcome, but that was still a very, very intense and very close matchup regardless. So if you missed out on some of the VODs, I do recommend them. Likewise, Nicoract also had a beautiful performance as well, taking down Gunner, Strange, and Luna C, relying on his Terran versus Protoss. Nicoract, he relied on his Terran versus Protoss the entire way to the finals. I mentioned before that I do rate Nicoract's TvP very highly. I do think that it's his best matchup, his strongest matchup, and he can threaten even some of the best Protoss players out there in the world. I mentioned before that we have seen Nicoract take down players like Hero and Max Pax in the past, so any Protoss player out there can be threatened by Nicoract. But it was a TvT finals, and there in those finals, ByuN, he was able to come out on top. Regardless, congratulations to our 2 players. And I want to say that Nicoract, he hasn't made it to the finals in quite some time. Like, this was a very strong performance here by Nicoract. A performance that I wasn't quite expecting. Just double checking the our tournament results here. Yeah, the last time Nicoract made it to the finals was in 2024. All the way back in 2024, where he came 2nd place to Young Yakov. So it's been a long time. It's been a very long time since Nicoract has made it to the finals. So very impressive performance, very impressive results. So GG, well played here to Nicoract. Does fall to ByuN, but ByuN, you know, he is the #1 seed for a reason, and he is, you know, one of the stronger players in the world. So never an easy opponent to try to face off against. So big shout out to Nicoract, and with that, congratulations to our top players here. And again, if you want to help support the tournament, you can do so via Patreon, !Patreon in the chat, and you will get a link to our Patreon page. You can see our current goal under the bracket. Actually, hold on, I'll bring us to a different scene. You can see the current goal under Nicoract's name. We do currently earn 551 USD a month. Again, 100% of that money goes towards the prize money, goes towards our tournaments. And you can see our next goal is at 500 USD. That is to boost the prize pool for Sparkling Tuna Cup specifically even further. So if you want to help us boost the prize pool for this tournament, for this weekly, you can do so via Patreon, as again that is on a monthly basis. So again, thank you so much to all of our patrons. Thank you so much for all the support that we gain. Again, through Patreon you can gain benefits like replay packs, and also we do add your name to our credits during breaks and at the end of the stream as well. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. I know that today is very busy because, hey, in half an hour, you know what's going on. Euthermal's TvT circuits. I was a little bit concerned looking at the time, but Euthermal's TvT circuit is about to begin, and of course we are not going to be casting it. I mean, we're going to be casting via replays on a later day, but we are going to be covering it via, or we're going to be working behind the scenes, we're going to be adminning. So I was a little bit concerned, but yes, in half an hour the TvT tournament is going to be live, and we will be adminning and running it behind the scenes. If you have a friend, if you have a partner out there that you want to jump into a tournament with, then consider signing up. Again, it's a great way to bring together the community. 2v2 is maybe a little bit less serious than 1v1, and you can take part. It's open to all, so do check it out, whether it's watching or even competing yourself. I will leave a link in the bracket. By the way, Geralt and Nicoract are a team in 2v2. There you go, there you go. There you go. So Geralt and Nicoract, they are going to be competing together. Who else has signed up? We have Spirit and Showtime. Yo, the drama? That's surprising. For those that haven't been watching the 2v2 tournaments, usually Spirit and Max Packs, they're undefeated. Spirit and Max Packs, they are, like in every single 2v2 tournament, they are undefeated. Spirit and Max Packs, they are the best 2v2 duo in the world. Is Max Packs playing in something else? Is he playing in the, I know that Wardy's hosting a tournament, right? Wardy, he's hosting, yeah, Max Packs, he's playing in the Spring Championship. So he can't be there for Spirit. Piotr, he cannot play with Max Packs because Max Packs is playing in Wardy's tournament. So instead, Showtime fills in. Okay. And that does hurt Lambo. For those that don't remember, Showtime, his partner was Lambo. So Spirit, he replaces Max Packs with Showtime. Lambo, does he have a replacement? Does he have... Who's Lambo with? Oh no. I mean, I can see Lambo playing with Hearthstone if Hearthstone's available. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So Lambo, he's going to be playing with Hearthstone instead. Okay. So Spirit replaces Max Packs with Showtime, and Lambo replaces Showtime with Hearthstone. Okay. There we go. Likewise, other typical duos are Skillis and a Laser. I don't know if they're signed up. I see Chairman Special. Yep. Skillis and a Laser. Trigger and Clem. We have most of our typical team ups and duos. Who's Jumi with? Where's Jumi? Usually Jumi, he's with young Yakov, right? Yeah, there he is. There is Jumi and Yakov. Where's Eva? Oh god, I love seeing like the pairings of the players. But regardless, if you want to tune into it, I believe Euthermal will be casting it on his channel if he does get knocked out of the tournament, or Steadfast will be covering it as well, also in English. Clem's still in the Wardy event, so Trigger might have to find someone else. True. Yeah, Trigger, he might have to find someone else. Someone wake up Estrella. Wake him up. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft stream a raid. I would raid Euthermal if he was live, but I don't think he is. Don't think he's live yet. So we might find someone else. Who else is live? I see Kanoya. Find someone. Regardless, otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. Again, this is a weekly tournament. Every single week we do host this event. Some of our regulars, maybe we're busy with Wardy's tournament here this week, but I'm sure next week we'll be having everyone stepping in once again. So I hope you'll enjoy yourselves. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow in less than 24 hours. I want to say around like 22 hours time. We're going to be live with the Wardy TV Monday. Tomorrow morning, we won't be live with the broadcast because we will be busy working. We're going to be busy working on Euthermal's tournament, so we will not be casting. because we'll be sleeping, we'll be in bed, pappy be in bed. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Do give them some love, do give them some support, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to ByuN. See you next time.